Hello, everybody. Assalamualaikum, Pastakar, Namaskar to all the listeners. This is attorney Shah Peerally, and we are live today on Radio Zindagi, KLOK 1170 AM, and 2018, and we are going to discuss, of course, about immigration law. And I have my friend Michael on the board with me, and thank you, Michael, for being here as usual. Really punctual on time, and we're going to discuss about some major issues coming up on immigration. Of course, there's a lot to discuss, but we'll try to wrap up. But we will also be opening the lines at 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170, which is the studio line. And again, today, if you're listening to the show another day, that means it's a recorded show, but today it's live. It's October 25th, 2018. And anything I'm going to tell you today is my opinion. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. The number to our office is 510-742-5887, 510-742-5887. And if you want to check do a consultation, or check our website, it's attorneyonair.com or peerallylaw.com. It's the same website, attorneyonair.com, one word. Please check it and share it. And also we have our YouTube channel and Facebook page, so please check those too. So we are going to talk a little bit about, not a little bit, a lot, about few things happening right there. For one, and I put a YouTube video on that, we are going to see some changes coming up. Michael, tell the callers to bear with me. I need 4 or 5 minutes, then we will be taking the callers because I have to discuss some very important points. Number one, we are seeing some major things happening on H-1B. For one, next year it seems H-1B will be changing. The lottery system will be changing. It might be good and bad. For some people it will be good, for some people it will be bad. They are thinking of having a system where you will have to get pre-approved to get into the lottery, and then that will be the lottery. And then they will also kind of be selective on hire people, I think, with masters, etc. That's one thing that we are expecting. The second thing that we're expecting to change is a specialty occupation. That means they are going to become more strict. As you know, a specialty occupation is usually defined as an occupation which requires a minimum of a bachelor's degree. So we don't know what really they're going to do. Maybe they'll make it a master's degree or things like that. The third thing also, the employer-employee relationship. As you know, for people working for consulting companies or placement companies, this is going to be a major issue. It has been an issue since the 2010 memo of Newfell memo. Now it's going to get worse, because they are really going to, especially if you're working in layers, you don't have the entire letters, or you're missing a master agreement in the middle, etc., you're going to have a hard time. But they have not really kind of detailed what is going to be next for next year, but get ready for something really tough, because all we have been seeing are tough times. So luckily there are some lawsuits. For one, right now there is a lawsuit by several colleges basically stating that they don't agree with the unlawful presence memo, the famous memo that basically makes students get out of status just because of sometimes a minor violation. And we have schools like Hayford College, the new college, and they have filed a lawsuit in North Carolina federal court, basically stating that this is hurting the American universities, because as you know, the system for students was based on the DS, which is duration of status, and that means basically as long as you maintain status, your I-20 is good, etc., you are not out of status. But now with this new rule, it kind of brought back suddenly you find yourself out of status for a violation which you didn't even know was a violation. So it is important that people, Michael, I hope you're hearing me. I think it's the thing. How's the sound there? So let me go back to the point then. This lawsuit is coming up and it has been filed. Let's see how this is going to unfold. And based on that lawsuit, what we are hoping, if there's an issue with H4 EAD, we will also see a bunch of lawsuits. Let me take one caller, Michael, and then we'll continue. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in air. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are you?
This is Madhumati.
Hi.
Actually, I'm on H1B visa with I-140 approved. Recently, I got laid off on October 21st from full-time. So I have a question. I want to know if that employer revoked that visa, what is the option I can do? And if he didn't revoke, what is the option? And how much time I can stay in USA by searching the job?
Okay. First of all, if you were terminated, when is your H1B right now terminating, the one which you have?
Yeah, I have a valid till 2020.
Okay. So right now, since you were terminated, you have a 60 days grace period. So that means you can still transfer your case within 60 days. However, after the 60 days, you can still move to another company, but then you will have to leave the country, file it from there, and basically then come back after it's approved. The second thing, there's another rule which is called the 180 days rule. After the 60 days, usually it's not really clear if it is after the 60 days or including the 60 days. As long as you don't overstay for more than 180 days, you will be able to come back, because in order to get back on your visa, you might have to reset it by leaving the country and coming back. So you have two rules right now. One, the 60 days for transfer. The other one is you have the unlawful presence less than 180 days. The 180 days is not a grace period. You are in unlawful stay, but as long as you leave within that, you have a right to come back. But the 60 days is a grace period. So you have.
So if that employer revokes, sorry.
Okay, the I-140. You mean I-140 revoke? That's what you're talking about.
No, the visa status, whether if they withdraw the petition from the US, whether it will affect.
It doesn't matter, because they cannot take away your cap exemption. What you're asking is your cap exemption. So you have 60 days after they take it away. So it's fine. And they can only take their part, not the cap exemption. So you still will be able to transfer within the 60 days. After the 60 days, still you can move it to another company, except the difference, it is not a transfer. You will have to do a consular processing. It's called a new employment, cap exemption, consular processing. So you have to, after you file, or even if you are outside, you file it, you get it approved, you go for stamping, and then you come back. Okay?
Okay. So 50 days I can able to find a job. Yeah, tell me.
Do you have a stamp on your passport?
No, visa I didn't stamp it after getting 3 years visa.
That's fine, it's not a big deal. If you're getting any complications, because it's kind of hard for me to explain everything in 2-3 minutes, give me a call at the office, we'll do a consultation, 510-7425-887. The best is to actually find a job before the 60 days, so that the application reaches there before the 60 days. So make sure you do that from now, and if you need help, just give me a call at the office. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck to you. Okay. Let me take another caller, Michael. Hello?
Hi. Hello. Hi. I have a question for Mr. Shah Peerally.
Yeah, this is Shah.
My question is I'm Smita, and my question is that my employer is filing farm for me, and they are saying that they will not do the wage determination and the newspaper ad because they are using from another employee from the same company. So my question is this a valid thing, or like will my farm filing have any issue?
It all depends how they did the ad. If the ad is general and fit you, they can use the same ad, usually. If it is within the time, etc. It is possible, but usually when we do that, we have to mention how many people are being hired. But there's no strict rule on reusing the same ad as long as the ad fits your job, right?
Okay.
It doesn't have to fit your job, but if it is, let's say for example, they're looking for a software engineer and they put an ad looking for a software engineer with so-and-so experience, and that's basically the kind of ad they're going to use for you, then yes, it's okay, not a problem. But
okay, but
yeah, go ahead.
So you are saying that at the time of the ad they had to mention how many people they required, right?
Not really. It's not necessary. It's just something I do to make sure that there's no kind of confusion later on. But it's not necessary because you can do an application looking for software engineers, for example, and then 10 people apply. You can hire 2, 3 of them. It's up to you. Right?
Okay. Yeah, that's good. So, and the same wage determination will also work. No new LCA filing and all, right?
Yeah, usually yes.
Okay. That's all my question. Thank you.
But
thank you so much.
This is the thing. You have to check the expiry date. Okay, this stuff expires. As long as it's not expired, you can use it. Okay.
Expiry date of the wage determination?
Yeah, all of them. The wage
all of them.
determination. The ads also have an expiry kind of timing. You cannot use it after 6 months, etc.
Okay.
Just double check on those. As long as they have it, and if the lawyer is saying it's okay to move forward, they probably already did all the checking, so you should be.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Good luck to you.
Thank you. Yeah,
Let's
thanks.
take another caller. You're welcome. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here.
Hey, Shah. This is Divya here.
Hi, Divya.
I had a couple of questions. I had applied for a H1B via my company this year. I have gotten an RFP asking me to prove the status of my F1. Hello?
Hello. I think I lost her. Okay. Let me try to guess what she was going to ask. I think that one of the issues that we are seeing, and I was going to mention that, is CPT. People who have been using more than 1 year of CPT, we have been seeing a bunch. I didn't see it personally in the office, but I've been hearing that people who have been using more than 1 year, 12 months of CPT, USCIS is coming back and denying their H1B. They are doing it for new H1Bs. We don't know for transfers and extension if they will do it, but we're expecting they might do it. So be careful for those who have used CPT more than 1 year. The truth is that it is kind of unfair because that's not really how the rule works. So maybe there will be a lawsuit on this one too, but let's wait and see. But people who have been using CPT have been really getting a hard time right now. Let me take another caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in it. Hello, this is Shah.
Hi, Shah. So this is Divya again. I was just talking to you about my RFP, which asked me to produce documents regarding my F1 status. I had for my OPT period. So during my first year of OPT, I was doing an unpaid internship, and the RFP asked for proof that I have been working 20 hours per week and my pay stubs. What documentation can I provide for this time? Because I didn't have any pay stubs.
First year OPT doesn't really require to be paid. So you need a letter from that organization that you were not getting paid. However, you might have another issue. For example, if you're in California, unless the organization you're working with is a non-profit, you are not eligible to really do volunteer work for a profit organization. So that can become a problem. And this is how they're trying to get people. So they say, oh, you're in violation of California law because you pretty much you are working with a profit company and not getting paid, etc. So if not, if you're working for a non-profit organization like ACLU and things like that, then just a letter from them stating that you were working there, and your lawyer who's going to answer the things should analyze that regular OPT doesn't require to be paid, etc. So it needs some legal analysis and also factual analysis to answer this issue. Okay?
Okay. They've also asked for proof that I've been working 20 hours per week. So can a letter from my employer suffice for this too?
Yeah, the letter has to be a strong letter, maybe a declaration or some kind of affidavit. So it's not a regular letter. It might be an affidavit signed in front of a notary under penalty of perjury that you were working for 20 hours and you were volunteering there. But like I said, if you're volunteering for a profit company, it might become a problem. If it is a non-profit company, it's not a problem. But profit companies, you cannot really volunteer for them under some state law. Where are you? Which state are you in?
I'm in Indiana.
Indiana, okay. I don't know the rules in Indiana, so you have to check. But in California, you cannot really volunteer. So each state has their own rules when it comes to that. So hopefully they don't bring that up. The main thing is to have your employer write an affidavit explaining that you were working there as a volunteer and you were basically working for more than 30 hours. Sign it in front of a notary and submit that. And also your lawyer will have to analyze the case that a regular, can you hear me now, Michael? So your employer will also have to, your attorney, will have to analyze how the regular OPT works so that there's no issue on that. Okay? So if you need help, just give us a call, 510-742-5887. And we'll see if we can do a full consultation or help you on that. Okay?
Sure. I'll do that.
Good luck to you. You're welcome. So thank you, Michael. I apologize for that. I kind of stepped a little bit far from the microphone, and that's why you couldn't hear me properly. So I just wanted to discuss about, we're seeing a lot of things that we have never seen before. So we are trying everything possible because some of them we don't have precedents to really tackle with them. So we have to be creative. As lawyers, it becomes really tough on every single case to be creative. But at the end of the day, we don't have much of a choice. So you need to bear with your lawyer and bear with us. So today, ladies and gentlemen, this is Attorney Shah Peerally. We're live. It's October 25th, 2018. And we are Michael on the board with me, and we are discussing about immigration law. And we are also taking calls live. The number to the studio, 510-657-1170, 510-657-1170. And we were talking about the situation with CPTs, right? It seems like people who have used CPTs more than 1 year, or who have used CPTs with the same level education courses or classes are having problems. So for example, let's say you have one master's degree, you took another master's, and you took CPT there, you might see yourself with some major issues. Day one CPT, they have tried to target it, but since they couldn't really get people at that, they're trying to have other ways, of course, to pretty much, the whole thing is becoming kind of, okay, which way they can get you to deny you, which is like the zero tolerance scheme that they have been talking about. I think we have one caller, Michael. Let me take the caller a little bit more about that. Hello? Hello, this is Shah. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. This is Shashi speaking. Good morning, Shah. How are you?
Good morning. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
Thank you. I'm doing good. So this is regarding my H-1B question, Shah. So right now, my H-1B is under extension.
Yes.
From a different company, and Hello?
Okay. Hello, yeah, I lost you for a minute, Shashi. Can you repeat that?
Basically, currently my my current employer has filed for extension. And I have received a new offer from a different company, and I am planning to join the new company on a receipt basis.
Okay.
So once I join the new employer on receipt basis, and if my current employer revokes my H1B, so will I be in out of status, Shah? Or can I continue to work on employer B on the receipt basis?
This is a very good question, actually. It's a frequently asked question. I get it all the time. So number one, if you file your transfer on time, okay, that means timely filed, before the previous H1B is cancelled or withdrawn or revoked, not revoked because revoked is only USCIS, but before it's withdrawn, what you can do, you can start working from day one based on AC 21, I think section 105 if I'm not mistaken, subsection B, 105B, and you can start working on day one. As soon as the case is mailed and it reaches there, you can start working. You don't even have to wait for the receipt. And number two, if the previous company takes away your H1, it doesn't matter because it was timely filed. Because right now, once the transfer is filed, you fall into a category called a period of authorized stay, which makes you legal no matter what happens on the previous H1B. So yes, you can continue working up to 240 days, as long as if you get an answer before that is denied, then you have to stop. But if you don't get any answer up till you reach 240 days, you can continue working. However, hopefully by that time there will be premium, people can upgrade it. But the only problem is that if the case gets denied, then you don't have company A H1B and you don't have company B H1B. It's not a big problem, but you will have to refile, then leave the country and come back, etc. So, bottom line, if your question is that what is your status, you are not in status. You are in what we call a period of authorized stay, which allows you to stay and work up to 240 days.
Okay. So if naturally the company A would revoke after a certain period of time because I have changed the employment, yes. So they would revoke. It will not get denied as such, but they would revoke my H1B even before the decision on my previous H1B is made.
Yes.
So would that have an issue on the employer B H1B?
No, you don't have any problem because you're still in a period of authorized stay. So you're legal. Okay. So you don't have to work.
Okay, but would that result in consular processing, Shah? Or
no. If it was filed before they revoke, that means before the H1B. Okay, let's say when they terminate you have 60 days. But let's say you leave them, you file the case, you leave them on Friday, and Monday they revoke. Even on Friday they revoke. If the other case has already been filed and reached the USCIS, it doesn't matter. So make sure the case is filed, you get the receipt, then you quit the job.
Yes, definitely. I will be joining only on the receipt basis, Shah. Yes.
Perfect. Good luck to you. Okay.
Thanks a lot, Shah. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Let me take you too. Let's another caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here.
Hi, Mr. Shah. This is Ruchir here. Thank you for taking my call. I had a question regarding H1B transfers. So, first, USCIS has then stopped the premium processing for H1B transfers recently, and they've also said that they may deny the request straight away instead of sending an RFP in some cases, depending on their discretion. So what are your options? What would be my options if something like that happens? I try to do an H1B transfer and it gets denied. Do I get to continue to stay in my current job, assuming I haven't, started working for the next company?
Yes. Because
so there will be more...
the transfer doesn't affect the previous company unless you already moved to the other company and company A has cancelled your H1B or company A has cancelled. So it doesn't matter even the other one gets done. That's why most people prefer to wait for an answer before moving. The problem is that if you get a new job, they're transferring, they don't want to wait that 6 months. That's where the problem starts, right? So you're then in a catch-22 situation. So what I do then, I ask the people to call me and I kind of do a SWOT analysis, like the strengths, the weakness, the opportunities, and the threat of each company. And then based on that, we come to a conclusion. If actually you should move there or not. So
Okay.
if you want to do that, then you can give me a call. We can do that. 510-742-5887. Okay. But
And if you actually moved based on the... Hello?
yeah, I'm listening to you.
Yeah, so if you already moved, then what are your options? I mean, if you move just on the receipt and now you get a denial.
If you move on the receipt, you get a denial, and company A has not cancelled your H-1B, you can always go back to company A. But if you move and company A has gotten basically has cancelled your H-1B, then probably your only option will be to leave the country, file the case and then leave the country within 180 days, wait for the approval and come back. But since the denial will come in like 6 months probably, by that time we are hoping premium will be back. You can always refile the case and then come back.
Okay. Do you have any timeline recently how much H-1B transfers are taking with this stopping of the premium, or is it too early to have much data?
It's too early to have such data because we have to wait and see. But based on previous one, my take is that they say they will reduce the time because now they're taking resources from one department to another. But realistically, we think it's going to be 5 to 6 months. Okay.
Okay. All right. Thank you for taking.
Thank you. Let me take another call. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi, Shah. How are you?
I'm doing well. What can I do for you?
Yeah. So I just was inquiring about, I have already filed my political asylum in 2015. And in 2017 September, I got my first interview date, and it canceled within the next month before I even went for an interview. So it's been 9 to 10 months. I went to the USCIS office and they said that everything is up to date, and I didn't get any date after that. So do you think, as per the guidelines, it says 36 months is the maximum time they will take, and it's been 36 months past now. So I don't know what should I do or not.
Yeah, I've seen cases like that, especially if they're doing background check. What you need to do, you need to keep checking with them, do service requests until they make a decision. But there's not much you can do. You can also contact a senator or a congressman to see if they can check what's going on. But if it is a matter of security check, you don't have much of a choice because they have this rule on the crop, etc. There's not much you can do, unfortunately. Hello?
I'm not audible. You're not coming clear, sir.
Can you hear me now?
No, it's very slow.
Okay.
The volume is very low.
Yeah, why don't you turn off the phone? I'll give you your answer on the radio. Put the radio on, turn off the phone. Okay? Okay. Go ahead. Okay, so just to answer this caller, his issue is like he has an asylum file, and it's been 36 months. They call him for an interview, then they cancel the interview, and then they made him wait again, which is something unfortunately happens. This has been happening for years, by the way. I had cases where people waited for 4 years, 5 years to get an interview. So it's not something new. The reason they do that sometimes is usually what we call the security background check. And if the database is kind of showing they need a secondary background check, that's where all the problem is starting. So one of the options is to keep checking with the USCIS. The second also is to contact a senator or a congressman, see if they can help. And then the other option, last resort, you can sue the government. But I don't recommend doing that because of so many things going on. And if you need help, give us a call at the office, 510-742-5887. This is Attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show today. We are October 25th, 2018. And we're close to the end of the year. I just remember when the year started. Time is flying, really. We used to hear that, but now it's really, really flying. And also, I know there's a big hurricane typhoon going on Mariana Island, so all my friends were there, my heart goes there to them. And also, last time we had all those, so many calamities going on, ladies and gentlemen. It's heartbreaking, it's depressing when you think about it. The world is kind of on fire or under hurricanes or some kind of calamities. Either it's a volcano, you name it, it's coming up. Florida with all its algae, etc. So I just wanted to pass a word here. It's time for people to start thinking about, hey, it's time to help the planet, because it's not going to last long now. They say by 2030 we're going to feel the effect of the climate change, which is in not even 11 years. And maybe we are all for all this, but for the younger generation we need to do something. I just wanted to pass that message because I'm very much kind of an environmentalist, not that much, but I really like nature. I like to plant trees and everything. I just wanted to pass this message in between. So let me take another caller, Michael. This is Shah Peerally. Hello.
Hi, it's Shah.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, the phone got disconnected, sir. So I was talking about the asylum day, and parallelly, my wife has been a victim of crime, so she has filed a U visa in 2017.
Okay.
So I just want to know, sir, what should I do with the asylum? Shall I go back to the USCIS or contact them, or just keep waiting for votes? And what is the current timeline for U visa?
Well, the asylum, I told you, you should follow up with them because you don't know which one will work. If your asylum is good and bona fide, etc., then you should if you have an attorney, have them inquire. And in the meantime, contact a congressman or a senator. A congressman, they are both senators and House of Representatives. So try to check with them if they can help you. And there is one last option, which is really kind of radical option. That means sue the government under a writ of mandamus. But that I don't recommend doing it because right now they are not very, very receptive.
Okay. So what is the timeline with the U visa?
Yeah, for the timeline, it's I have a tracking. We don't really have a tracking, but I have a forum where people have posted. The last time someone posted, I think yesterday, it took 4.5 years. So it's taking around
2.5 years, no?
Can you hear me? Okay. Yeah. It's taking around 4.5 years to 5 years to get it. Okay.
In U visa.
Yes.
Okay. So I just have an option to wait.
Yes, unfortunately. Yeah, but at least you have two things. But just make sure it's done. Okay. So go ahead and good luck. Michael, I'll take another caller in a minute, and just wanted to brush up and tell people basically on what we are talking about here. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about all those issues we are having with immigration now, and also a lot of people are contacting us also because they're leaving the country and they have debts or they have bills that they have not paid. And they have used their credit cards, they have houses in underwater, you name it. We can help you get rid of those debts because we also help people in those situations. You don't have to be leaving the country, by the way. As long as you have a hardship and you cannot afford your debts, we can help you with an alternative to bankruptcy, because bankruptcy is not for everybody and it's not really recommended. We can settle those debts and avoid that. You can give us a call 510-742-5887. So I think now let me take one more caller, Michael, and let me know how much time I'm left. So, hello.
Hello.
Hi, this is Shah.
I have a doubt. My husband has H1B till 2019. He got laid off, and I have a doubt, like within what time he has to get job and do H1 transfer?
I didn't hear that.
No, he got terminated and he has H1B till 2019. My doubt is within what time he had to get job and do H1 transfer?
Within 60 days. So the transfer has to reach the USCIS within the 60 days. Okay? Okay. So I have to get going right now. So thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen, for listening to the show. And we will be back on air next week the same time. And anything I told you today is my responsibility. You should not act or refrain to act solely on that information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And feel free to call us 510-742-5887. Check the website attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. I think Michael, you're here? I know Michael. Amit, you're here? Hello? Hello? Okay, we don't have Amit. So let me continue then, Michael. I just wanted to talk about debt settlement. I didn't have a chance to talk perfectly about it. So this is, you can check that actually, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com, where we basically take care of dealing with cases where people have debts and they want to get out of those debts. We might be able to help. Hopefully, and if you need any help, for example, if you owe a debt and you don't pay or you ignore it, you might end up by getting sued. And oftentimes people don't really want to defend themselves, so a judgment by default is raised against them. And once the judgment is obtained, they can pretty much start garnishing your paycheck, levy your bank account, and the worst is that they put lien on your property, especially if the property has some kind of equity in it. So be careful. It's better to settle, get rid of those debts. For example, if you like $100,000, we might be able to reduce it to maybe $20,000, maybe $50,000. It all depends on your situation. It's a negotiation thing. So give us a call if you need help, 510-742-5887. So, Michael, I'm just a little bit confused right now how much time I'm left. And if Amit is there, if Amit is not there, I'll just continue on the show and talk a little bit more about the issues going on with immigration. I won't be able to take more callers, by the way. If you want to call now, call the office, 510-742-5887. 510-742-5887. And also, today we were talking, of course, about those issues related to student visas and unlawful presence. There's a lawsuit going on unlawful presence, and also there are issues that are going on with H4EAD, H1. People are getting terminated right and left. You name it. It's pretty much the whole 9 yards right now going on, and it is really, I know it's scary. If you're an H1B, you're an H4, you're waiting for your green card, or you are even filing a green card, even filing citizenship, people are worried. I think Amit is there. Amit, are you there?
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well, Amit. I'm doing well. I don't know how much time is left, by the way. I'm a little bit confused with the time today. So
I think, there's time. Yeah, I think probably 9 minutes more. So.
Okay. So you go ahead, Amit. I'll let you finish. And I just wanted to thank you, everybody, for listening. So please call us if you need help. 510-742-5887. Thank you, Michael. Take care. Bye-bye.